As we have continued to x-ray the Edo 2024 governorship election in Edo State, we will also be taking into consideration some of the gains and failures and the impact the Edo 2024 will be having on Nigerian democracy. It's Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji.
The election as a clergy that I witnessed was one of the best election even Nigeria has ever held, because this last election there was no loss of life, no stealing of ballot papers. There was no stealing of ballot paper. Those days when we go to election or election ground, you just see unscrupulous elements will just bounced in, come with guns and firearms, and they will just pull off the ballot papers and go away. And sometimes haven't gone leave the place, the venue, in maybe 2 hours time they will still come again with the ballot box and force the INEC officials to accept it. But this one was a free and fair election, in the sense that with the election that was held in Edo State is an eye-opener to every other state and even to Nigeria in general, that if election can be conducted like this in a peaceful manner, where no lives were lost, where no parents were not crying that we lose our children. You see, a lot of people didn't really turn out because of these gladiators. What they were really saying that if our party lose an election, there will be war and one thing or the other. But in spite of that, meaningful Nigerians, Edo State, who needed a change, they all came out to come and vote, and the election was peaceful. The result was also called. Various polling units, there was no fighting, there was no quarreling. Various wards, even to the extent of various people went to their coalition center. There was peace, and the INEC also played a very prominent role in this last election, and the result was called, and everything was fine. No, if somebody is aggrieved because they lost an election, I will advise those individuals or those bodies to go to court, because court is the last hope of man. And when they go to court, and by this so doing, I believe that Nigeria, the judicial system, is also working well. And I believe you lose today, that does not mean tomorrow you will not win. I encourage everyone, the stakeholders who loses their election, they should not take it as a do or die. The one that emerge winner, let them put their heads together, rally around and make his government work. Let us avoid criticism. Let us avoid acrimony. Let us avoid distorting the victory of one. Lest those who lose rally around the one that won and said, this is how we need to make the states to work well. Because the election that took place, those who emerged winner in any political platform they came out from, they are not the governor of that political party. They are the governor of Edo State. And as a governor of Edo State is for everyone, whether the losing party or those parties that lost. This is the time to put party aside. This is the time they should allow the governor who emerged to work, so that Edo State will experience a new Edo based on the party that won according to their manifestos, so that we want to see a new face of Edo State, want to see a new face of Edo in those 3 senatorial districts, that a lot of development should take place. Our schools should work again. Jobs for our youth should also work again. And economy, there should be buoyancy in our economy, whereby infrastructure should be put in place where things will be balanced in Edo State.
Well, what has happened in Edo State, to me as a person, the leaders at the top there doesn't want Nigeria democracy to sustain. Yes, the election was very, very peaceful. It was very, very peaceful. They describe the election as the most peaceful one. Fine, I agree with any person who said that. But the most worst election that I've ever seen in the history of democracy since 1999. Peaceful. Everybody across the 18 local government that come under, they voted. The INEC does not do what is right for Nigeria democracy. For instance, my local government, they were collating. They collate from unity because the Electoral Act said the vote shall take place at the unit level in all the world, and the world shall have a collation center, and the local government shall have a collation center, and the state headquarters shall have a collation center. All units shall go to their ward collating center, where the result will be collating there, and the result of each ward should be taken to their respective LGA collating center, where the collating officer there of any party that participates and the one from INEC will collate together and both take it to INEC office, the collating center, where the result is going to be announced. I want to commend the people of Edo State for coming out en masse to vote. There is nothing God cannot do. There is no human being that is God, and any human being who try to say is God is left for him and God. I know God will give us our mandate.
Which for the first time we've seen an election that was devoid of violence, devoid of ballot snatching, and all negative sensitivity about election process. I think we want to also salute the security forces, INEC, for standing by the people. I want to first of all salute everybody that participated in that election. To me, this is the first election where we all, after winning, laughed and played together, because it was not an election for individuality. It was an election where we have to make sure Edo regain this lost pride in the history of the traditional institution, in the history of things put in place. So it's an election where we have to go back to the drawing board to see that we cannot continue to wallow in shambles in a place where we know Edo, which pride itself as the heartbeat, became the beater of heart, because we are no longer happy what was at the happenings. But now I think the sunrise has fallen and we've seen light at the end of the tunnel. The gains, my sister, the gains have started already. How positively you can see that people are now relaxed, people are no longer harassed, people are no longer cajoled. That is one of the gains. And what is the lessons learned? Lessons learned is first of all, if we are privileged to have read the 48 laws of power, the first law of power, never outshine the master. Are you getting it now? Laws of loyalty, laws of sincerity of purpose, laws of you tell people what you want to do and you do it. Eye mark, not ear mark. What are we advised? So say let's forge ahead together. I already back with us, and it's not victory for us, it's not victory for Edo people. It's victory for everybody. It's victory for Nigeria. It's victory for the traditional institution. It's victory for the teachers. It's victory for the civil servant. It's victory for everybody. So if one person deciding to say he or she is not satisfied, the person has his or her right to execute that by the court, not by disturbing the street. The court will not tell you via the tribunal to say, Caroline, this was done well, or Caroline, this was done negatively. And when the court says it, nobody also agrees with the court. We go back there instead of we shouting where there's none. I remember vividly 4 years ago when the outgoing governor won this election, before he was declared winner, 9 a.m. I was in ITV to congratulate him on the victory to us, even when I was not in the party, even when I knew that election was not free and fair and credible. But I have to go there to congratulate, because first of all, there was a winner. My party now went to court, and my party lost in the court. So I also expected something of such would have been done. Sportsmanship. First of all, was there a winner? Yes. Congratulate first before you go to the second phase. Not say if it does not go to your way, it's a must do that heaven will fall. It didn't go my way. So we know when they were also busy fighting those that were grassrooted in their party, who were busy also investing them, collecting them. Are you getting it now? If Better Insurance decide to sign the first 11 players of Arsenal, and Arsenal decide to also drive that 11 players away, Better Insurance will beat Arsenal in their feet with that first 11 players. Are you getting it? That's politics. Politics is not all about talking. Politics is all about the physicality of the people. People on ground. Who is on ground? We are on ground. We own the land. So when people that came back to the people to say, we regretted that first fight, this is the fight. And those that also did it before came with us. How many people left our party? None. Thousands left, and we received them gladly. And today the victory is ours. So it's victory for everybody. Edo has risen, and Edo will fall no more.
Positive side, there was no violence. Even the Americans said so. And then on the negative side, we need to invest in our confidence that our electoral process is free of interference. Peaceful because no life was lost. I think everybody's agreed on that. And that is a happy thing. But the controversies remain, that the election did not satisfy the canons of being free, fair, and credible in some quarters. So we as Nigerians, we need to invest in that. Right from 1993, when Abiola's election held and so on, people have had different perceptions for election, and usually the electoral management body, INEC, in this era, is usually come under heavy knocks for election. So maybe INEC and all those who take part in organizing our elections will need to retune their methods and their techniques.
I think to some extent, except part of the North, the election was free and fair. It is only the manipulation after the results were out, even on the INEC viewing data. They forgot that the foundation of any election is the unit level, where you have the unit result, you transmit it. From there to the ward level, you collate in the ward, you transmit. Going to the local government level now, because they now knew they were losing, and their backer, the INEC people, now delayed at least 3 local government. For me, I do not have much trust in the judiciary. For this, I do not know how the judges are going to run away from it. We will not leave any stone unturned. I'm sure both the candidate and the party, they are assembling the best of lawyers to handle this matter. We will laugh last.
I want to say this. You know, when I decided to look back over some time and some years of the election that have been done in Nigeria so far, I just conclude with one word: process. Why did I use that word process? You'll find out that most of the elections that have been conducted in as far as this country is concerned, that a lot of people will say, oh, it has been one of the best. They have not, we have not gotten it yet. We are still trying to, because you see a lot of irregularities whereby the authorities who are supposed to question those irregularities, they pay deaf ear to it, and it's as if they don't know what is happening. But I'm of the opinion that we are still in the process, which I want every Nigerian, especially Edo State, to look at it that we are still in the process. When you look at the security system, I want to actually commend them. That was a very good one, because by the grace of God, including my unit, including my ward, and with others that I have also tried to make calls and listen to, I discovered that the election was very, very peaceful. It was very peaceful. So all glory should not be given to the security agents alone. So I give God the glory, and I also commend the security agents for the good job that they have done. So looking at INEC, first of all, what actually is supposed to build the hope of the people is what have to do with the device, that is the beavers, which at the time that the election was going on, so it's supposed to be that as they were doing it, they're supposed to compare, but you find out that comparison was not actually there, except if they prove us that have such impression that our impression is wrong. But to me, to my best of knowledge, I see it that well, they have tried but not perfect, so they should still try to put more effort to actually gain the confidence of the people, so that any time we are going out to vote, then we should be able to know that yes, if we vote, that our vote will count, that the INEC should be trusted. Like in my ward 5 at Bubaka, the turnout was low. It wasn't asked before. Then to some of them that were not at the field, I decided to try to find out from them, especially some of them that I also feel I can ask. I discovered that it wasn't the fear of any attack. It was the loss of confidence that as far as the election, as far as their voting is concerned, that it will not count. So that is why I'm telling INEC that a lot of people have lost confidence in the authorities, that anytime they go out to vote, it's just as if they have wasted their time, except if they have actually been able to build up that confidence that Nigerians will say, yes, our vote will count. You will discover that people will start waking up. But to see that everybody come out in emergency, and after voting, you now begin to discover that even the ward, even the unit that you voted, you now begin to hear another result. So it's disheartening, and it's something that have a lot of people have begin to feel that, oh, if it's like that, I am not too sure if their vote will count. That was the major reason why they were at home, because I actually find out from some of them, it wasn't as a result of attack, it wasn't as a result of fear. When we want to look at the aspect of the peace, I would say yes, it's a plus. So I see it from two angles. The first angle is that the angle of peace, yes, but the angle of building the confidence of the people is not perfect.
While some are of the opinion that Edo 2024 governorship election is one of the most peaceful election that has been conducted so far, some are of the opinion that it is not. But regardless, what is expected of us is that we need to work together as one to move Edo State forward. It's a Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji.